Hi everyone, welcome back. 2025 has been a year of lots of ups and downs for me. Earlier this year, I lost my mom, who took me to travel when I was very young, who got me into aviation and supported me of this hobby. I still remember in 2003, she bought me a supersonic Concorde ticket before the Concorde retired. And I'm so grateful I was able to fly supersonically for once. And there's not a day passed by that I don't think about her. I really miss her. Fast forward to July, I got married to a very beautiful and kind-hearted lady, Fiona, on a Boeing 747. It was the best experience of my life and her life. There's nothing we could ask for anything better. And by the way, thank you for all the congratulatory messages. I turned 45 this year, and you can see my hair is gradually turning gray. And I've been running my YouTube channel like a religion for the last 10 years. But now I have some new priorities in my life. This is why I'm talking about this in this video. So I'm getting quite fed up these days to watch a lot of drama, clickbait intended flight reviews these days. A flight review is no longer a simple one flying just from point A to point B. And now it has to come up with clickbait title with a lot of mid-air drama. Some of them are even got banned, arrested, or scammed, or victimized themselves. Is this all necessary? And the most important question I want to ask, is this actually aviation, or this is just some sort of self-promotion for clickbait traffic? And I watched one last night from a channel called Real Johnny G. He made a video about me, calling myself out, saying I am a controversial person and now I'm getting exposed. So, John, you made your video and now it's my turn. There's always two-sided story. Let me also be very open and honest today. So inside the video, it has the same kind of accusation saying, Sam, you took money from airlines and promote the airline in return. Let me tell you the actual truth. Do you know why there are many airlines wanting to work with me? That's because I never charge 1 cent to any airline. I work my content for free. I still remember when I was a very young YouTuber, the first time I got invited to Airbus factory, Toulouse, or Boeing factory in Everett, go on a delivery flight. I was super excited. It was like a recognition of my work and being an AF geek. I just love doing that. And think about I am an airline lover and get a chance to fly on a brand new A380 of Singapore Airlines, deck out with the suites and all that. This is a dream come true to me. I don't have to charge airline any money. It's always a fair exchange of content. If they invite me on a flight, granted, I've taken some free flights, invited flight, delivery flight, retirement flight. They gave me a ticket on board, invited me on board, and I done the content. No money changes hand. It's a fair exchange. Many media also operate like that, and they were also on my flight. Airline continue to invite me go on flights. Recently, I flew on Air France La Première. The CEO, Ben Smith, has personally invited me and want me to point out what I really think. The idea is not just to make a positive review, it's actually what I really think, what makes Air France different to other top first-class products out there. So in that video, there's also a discussion whether this real Sam is very much different to the one on the screen, whether the camera turned on, Sam is a totally different person, and in real life, he's actually a jerk or something, right? I'm not gonna defend myself on that. There's many questions on that already. All I can say is ask yourself, what is the most important element of success in the world? It is the relationship, it is the people, it's the connection. In such a small aviation community, you really can't afford to have a bad reputation. If you are being a very rude, very much like a jerk, your reputation will get spreaded, and I won't last this long. I've been doing YouTube for 10 years. I've been doing aviation things for more than 20 some years. You won't last this long. And I would also like to thank all the aviation communities around the world for believing in me, for giving me opportunities to create lots of great content. I don't take things for granted. But I'm not a perfect person. I'm not just trying to be defensive here. I'm trying to be very open and tell you exactly how I am. I'm still learning every day, learning new stuff, learning how to become a better person. I learned from my wife, Fiona. When I travel with her, every time she go on a flight, at the airport or before going to the airport, she will always buy, whether a box of cookies, a pack of chocolates, small things, just give it to the crew. Because she herself has been a crew and she knows how tough to operate as a crew standing on the airplane for 10 plus hours on long flight. So she always been very considerate in her mind. On a recent flight, we flew back from Melbourne to Hong Kong on Hong Kong Airlines. She has really outdone herself and surprised me. She bought everyone a duty-free item for the Christmas gift. And in return, the crew also gave us a beautiful drawing plate. And I truly appreciate that. I'm not showing here just to show off to you and saying this is the Chui treatment. I'm showing here to truly appreciate the crew has given a special gift to us and they deserve this kind of appreciation and the credits. Now, the next topic is George Cahill. Normally, I don't like to talk about personal stuff on video. I want to focus on aviation. And excuse me, today is an exception. I want to get all of this done. And George has repeatedly, on many occasions in his video, has defamed about me, has talked about I am the person who get hired by airline to clean up the mess he has created. I wash up the image. I would do anything for money. Now, Josh, for once and all, I want to say that I am not hired by an airline to clean up your mess. I never done that. This is what you have think. With the Qatar Airways ban, it happened around a similar timing. There was a new CEO, Badr Mohammed Al-Mir. He came to play. I met him, and he's a very open and transparent guy. And he has a vision to take Qatar Airways to the next level, and the strategy called Qatar Airways 2.0. I approached him saying, can you open up your airline? I want to film your catering. I want to film your training center, crew operations, and everything. He agreed, like never before they have done that. I've done this for Emirates. It was a big success. And I'm really, really happy that I was able to do this for Qatar Airways. And this all happened during the time you got banned, and you linked up everything to victimize yourself and to think that I got hired by Qatar Airways to wash up all the images. Qatar Airways never initiated anything. It was me asking Qatar Airways whether we can do all that for my content. That's all. Very simple thing. It's two very much unrelated stuff. It shouldn't be tangled up. But you use this to your advantage every time to saying that, oh, I am the right guy. I talk about honestly about Qatar Airways. Look at Sands being hired. That's not the truth. Josh, I also viewed your recent Qatar Airways video by testing the water to see if Qatar still bans you, even your ban has been removed, right? I just come back to ask you a question. What is your goal and objectives? Is it really about aviation, or is it really about creating drama to promote yourself? I think any viewers with a sharp mind, with a right head, they can tell what is right and what is wrong. There's a lot of silent viewers out there, and they can analyze, they can see your intentions here. So we actually met once in January 2024 at Air India A350 launch flight. And it seemed that we were on good terms to each other. It was a pleasant exchange with you. But after a few months, to my surprise, you turned back and going to backstab, going to defame about me, calling me on everything you could possibly. I think your jealousy and your hate on me are clearly out of bounds. I don't really have a lawyer. I don't have a PA. I don't have a team of advisors advising me on anything. By the way, if there is a lawyer or there's someone giving me legal advice, I would love to. Please contact me, because I want to put a stop on all the defamation you had put out on me. Now, fast forward to September. I took 2 Emirates flights, one in first class from Dubai to Shenzhen, and one in business class returning from Hong Kong back to Dubai. These 2 flights has a bit of inconsistencies in terms of service. One was a very empty flight, but the service, in my opinion, it wasn't good. and the other one was a full flight, but the service was very nice. So I saw the large difference and I decided to create two very different videos. In the first video, this was probably my worst Emirates first class experience because I always had very stellar experience. A lot of viewers took it right away, thinking, Sam, what happened to you? Did Emirates stop paying you? And are you blackmailing Emirates, getting some freebies or what? So I found out I'm doing nobody a favor by talking subjective stuff, talking about customer experience and services, because if I talk about good things, people think I get paid by the airline. If I talk about bad things or critical stuff, people think that I'm trying to blackmail an airline, trying to sabotage it. So after all of these things has happened and clogged up my mind, I decided next year, from 2026 onward, I will stop doing flight reviews. Wait a minute, my channel is not gonna just die like that. I'm not gonna let my channel die. The future direction of my channel, I think, is still focusing aviation, but it's gonna focus in the deeper side of aviation. It's not going to do a lot of flights from point A to point B. There might be some very rare special flight, retirement flights, inaugural flights, maybe when 777X start to fly, or the Qantas A350 Project Sunrise. Yes, I will go on board. I will report those flights. But I think it's more focused on deeper things like how to overcome fear of flying, how to run an airline, the deep business side of things inside an airline, how to open the new routes, the bilateral talks, the network planning, the strategy, and all the innovation and tech. There's so many interesting things I've discovered last few years by attending to air shows and conventions. I want to cover those things. I want to move away from all the other people because there's already a good pool of people covering flight reviews. So let me move on to do something else. But there's even one thing more bigger, more urgent in my mind. That is to complete my flight training. I've been lucky this year to sit behind the 747 pilot, watch them to fly the 747, lifting up 390 tons of 747 fully loaded with cargo. Oh man, let me tell you, it was such an enjoyable experience. I was completely in the zone. When you are flying, all your trouble goes away because you enjoy so much. You're putting all the knowledge I've learned from my PPL, from my private license, and also halfway in the instrument flight rating, learning from all that knowledge, you're putting into application, looking at the screens, looking at how they shoot approaches, looking how they communicate with, how they troubleshoot, and urgently with manuals and fixing things, resetting any fuses or anything like that. Wow, I felt like I told myself, I gotta get to that level now. I don't know if I will get there, but I have about 180 flight hours. I want to do the rest, the instrument flight ratings, and then get to commercial pilot license. That's around 250 hours. And I want to go as far as I can to get the multi-flight engine, and also eventually, hopefully, to land seats on the right side on a jet to build some jet hours. It's a very ambitious goal. I think so far it's much easier to tell you my plan than actually doing it. But I'm motivated, I'm really pumped, and that's my new head direction. So that's pretty much my updates. I just have to tell you, I don't think myself has changed because of all the fame. I still love aviation. I enjoy going out to the airport. Every time when I hear a plane flew past my head, I turn up the sky and watch it. And one of the most satisfying things recently I heard is a guy walked up to me at Hong Kong airport. He said, Sam, it's because of your video. I've been watching your video and I got a job. I joined the aviation industry. This is exactly the goal I want on my channel. I want to be inspirational and I want to help people to make good career choices. And I will share also my flying experiences and how my flight training goes in 2026 with all of you. Again, I want to thank you for all your support and all your trust throughout the years. Without all of you watching my video, I won't be here to be the Sam Chui myself today. Thank you so much, and Merry Christmas, and have a Happy New Year. See you next year.
Freddo.